Hello everyone, Serenetic here and welcome to a kind of one-off video. There's going to be me going through all the games that I enjoyed playing and would consider buying or consider doing on the channel that I played at EGX this year. I came back today. I'm very tired. I'm recording this on Monday. You guys will hopefully see it on Saturday. I feel like I'm slightly out of focus. It kind of fixed itself. So anyway, let's get into it. Now, the first game that we are going to be looking at is, please work, Poplings. Poplings was one of the first games that I kind of played at EGX. And it reminded me very much of Bubble Bobble? The game that had the dinosaurs is made by Activision, I think, or something. Where you kind of, it's basically a connect free kind of game. And there they only had kind of the battle, the kind of player v AI or PvP. It's very similar. How well you do can sabotage other people. I just thought it was really fun. I was really interested because they advertised a story mode. Now, I'm not quite sure how you would get a story mode into a game like this. But on Steam, as you can see, it's only £7.19. So for less than £8, a fun little game. So as you can see, it's kind of point and click. It's kind of a general, like, line it up, send it off. Each character has their own power, which I thought was really cool. So when you fill your bar, you kind of can then activate your power and completely sabotage the other team. I put this on my list more because it was about kind of, for me, it was like reliving that childhood of Bubble Bobble that I really loved playing as a kid. So I just was wholeheartedly on board with this entire thing. The graphics are really cute. The music was quite nice. So yeah, that was game number 1. Game number 2 is Comet. This game was really intriguing. Me and a friend messed about with it on the Thursday, and then I went back on the Saturday, and I tried it again, and I bossed it. This game is not currently available on Steam. However, it is releasing on the 31st of October, so it comes out in about 2 weeks. It was really good. I really enjoyed it. It's a narrative game. But when you first play through, you notice that there's gaps in text, and you notice that there's, like, you know, it was really cool. I think the game that I played at EGX was the full game, so I probably won't end up doing this one on the channel. But I felt like I had to share this one with you guys because I really enjoyed it. I think there's 7 different endings that you can get. I went through it very quickly. I don't know if it's because we messed about with it the day before, whether I would have been just as quick kind of the following day. If I hadn't played it before, I don't know. So the bit that I like in pink, you didn't see that the first time round. So when you do your first full playthrough of it, you only have these first 2 options that are at the top. The second ones you can't pick. They're not there. They don't exist, which is really cool. And then when you play through again, if you come back to this moment, all this will be filled in with purple that you didn't have the first time round. As I say, like these 2 options at the bottom, you can't have because there's things missing that you need. You kind of want a loop. You're kind of in a loop, and your aim is to get out of the loop. As you can see, there's a dead end. There are 5 total dead ends, and then there is what they call a false ending and a true ending. There's lots of different ways to play about with it. I thought it was really cool. As I say, it comes out in about 2 weeks. I really enjoyed this. It's a visual novel. You do get a chance to go in it. There is a little bit of romance. I really liked it. I thought it was really cool. I thought it was really well done. The music was really good as well. Like the sound design and everything was really cool. So yeah, that one was Comet. Now this game, Ghostpia, isn't exactly a game. It is a visual novel. It is a novel. It's not interactive. There's no choices happening. There's no choices. There's no kind of anything really. You just sit and watch this unfold. I think it's beautiful. I think it's absolutely beautiful. As you can see, the art style is just incredible. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really good. The sound effects in it are amazing, and it can really lull you into like a false sense of security. There was some really happy music that went through it, and then all of a sudden it like stops. I think I just did the first chapter of this game. It came out in August. There's a demo if you want to, but it's not like... This is season 1, so I think there's going to be more. I think they do have plans. So the demo only had the first 2 chapters, but I think I only did the first 1. But it was really cool, and the soundtrack's really nice. It's just generally a nice... I can't even really call it a game, but so much work has gone into it. I couldn't not mention it. Basically, yeah, what's written does go with it really well. It's literally an illustrated book that has glitches and noise effects going through it, and there's no choices. You literally just live this story, and I really liked it. I really fell in love with it. So I'm not sure if it's necessarily something that will be on the channel again, because there's no choice. I won't be able to add anything to it, but I did really, really enjoy this one. So yeah, that is Ghostpia. Okay, this game is Isles of Sea and Sky. This game reminded me very much of like old Zelda. It was very reminiscent of it. It is a puzzle game. It was fairly quick to figure out in the demo. The first puzzle, they had arrows on the floor to show you what way to push blocks and stuff. But it basically is like just a puzzle game. So like there's little arrows on the floor telling you where to go and bits and pieces. You collect stuff, you free stuff up. It was really cute. I really enjoyed it, and I did feel quite accomplished when figuring it all out. There's sort of like these sort of drain cover type things, they'd break once you walked across it once, so you could only go across it once, because if you went back through you'd die. Like there's just lots and lots of cool, amazing puzzles in it, and I just thought it was amazing. This was part of the demo. This was really cool, so I'll explain how this one worked. So you pushed this trunk onto this purple thing, which then would lower this purple thing, and then you could hit the bell. Hitting the bell then meant that this dome thing disappeared, and then you had another bell that you could hit. And it kind of, when you hit that bell, then this one would disappear, and then you could go in and hit that, which then meant that went down. And it was so intricately done, and I just loved it. I absolutely fell in love with it, and definitely will be doing this at some point on the channel. It's not got a planned release date for Steam yet. It is still to be announced. I just thought it was really cool. They say there's a story. I didn't really get much story when I was playing the demo. You were kind of straight in there. But I thought it was really good. I love kind of the visuals, kind of that older, more kind of, you know, I don't want to say retro because I thought that was really old, but I'm beginning to realise it's not as old as I think. But yeah, really enjoyed this one. Isles of Sea and Sky. Not out yet, but definitely one I will be keeping a very, very close eye on. Now, this next one. Knight versus Giant. The Broken Excalibur. Now, this is very different to what I would normally play. You can see it's got mixed reviews. I generally quite enjoy playing this game. You play as King Arthur. It's an action roguelite, and you wield the broken Excalibur to rescue citizens of Camelot. Now, what happens is you're on Camelot. Camelot has decided to become part of the astral dimension. I don't know how or why something went very wrong, but we have become part of the astral kind of plane. I really liked, there are a few things I really liked. It was very simple mechanics. It's literally, I'm not usually a fan of hack and slash, but it was very cool. And I liked the fact, I'm going to see if I can try and find a picture of it. I didn't get up to this bit, the building bit. But you can meet people, find statues, they grant you upgrades and extra skills and stuff. So these are the knights. So in the demo, we just had these two on the left. And you can basically pick what you want, which is really nice. So you can load it out to how you play. This is it. So these little orange circles are where the enemy is going to hit, which was really handy for me because usually they go and do something and I'm like, well, where is it going to hit me? I don't know what this is going to look like. And it was really nice just to have this, okay, it's going to hit here. Perfect, let's move out the way. And to me, it just made this game a lot more playable for me. So this is where you choose what different skills you want, which is really cool. So you can choose based on how you play, what you would prefer. And yeah, altogether, I just thought it was a lovely little game. And I love the idea of kind of medieval, kind of Knights of Camelot stuck in space. It was really cool and I really, really enjoyed it. It's out now. It came out only recently. It's only been out for, well, at the time of recording, it's only been out for 11 days. So it's not even been out for 2 weeks at the time of me recording this. I thought it was really good. I really enjoyed it. Is it worth £17? I would say actually yes. I reckon you could have a lot of fun with it. And I really do think like it would be cool to play about with. So yeah, give that one a look if you would like. Okay, next one is Miniko's Night Market. Now obviously we were gonna hopefully do Miniko's Night Market before I did the Pale Beyond. However, the Pale Beyond intrigued me and I kind of pushed Miniko's Night Market to one side because I wasn't sure how the layout would go. I wasn't sure how it would play. I wasn't sure on how smooth it would be. And playing it at EGX, playing the demo at EGX, I realised it is what you make it. And it is really sweet. So we will probably come back and do this game, possibly as a Saturday game at some point. I don't think it will be like one of our main like games, but I really, really enjoyed playing this demo. It's really cute. I really loved the art style. I thought that was really well done. I didn't get a chance to fish, so I can't tell you what the fishing mechanics are like. I know that's, you can get quite... people always fight over what fishing mechanics better. Personally, I think I prefer Animal Crossing fishing to Stardew Valley fishing, just because Stardew Valley fishing, like, really stresses me. But it was really cool. Yeah, there's all these flowers you can pick up. There are people dotted about town that will say, like, oh, monkeys. There are people dotted about town that say, like, oh, I wish I had this. And then you can go to the vending machine or the shop and you can use money that you get selling flowers to then, and trash to then kind of, no, it's just flowers, to give to people. And yeah, it's really lovely. Really cute little game. And I think we will definitely be back for it soon. Definitely. Because it was really, really cute. Really cute. Hello, next game is Skystead Ranch. Skystead Ranch isn't out yet. It is in its very, very early stages of development. Like, really, really early. It has, saying that, great potential. It was really cute. The controls were easy to follow. The tasks were easy to follow. You have like a counter in the top corner that tells you what you need to do. It was really sweet, and the whole idea of the game is that you cultivate your land to attract these animals, that these creatures, and yeah, you just try and collect as many of them as possible and fill up your journal. The only thing I would say that I wasn't a massive fan of was every time you wanted to do something, you had to right click to select it, but then left click to actually do the action. So you were pretty much constantly, like, it was like right click to ready yourself and then left click to actually do what you wanted to do. And I did find that slightly draining by the end of the playthrough that I did. So basically what I mean is, this is your mouse, I'm holding it the wrong way around. You have to, let me work, you have to hold down this button to then click with this button. It was really annoying. And by the end of it I was like, oh, this is going to get a pain. It's going to be a pain. I don't want to say it's going to be a pain. That would be my only niggle. Everything else about the game was really cool. There was day and night. It has the possibility to be extremely cute and extremely popular. So hopefully they can get like maybe slightly better mechanics with kind of selecting stuff. But I think you do get used to it. It was just, to begin with, it was a bit like, oh my gosh. But yeah, there is a Kickstarter out at the moment. So, there's a demo, obviously. So check it out. Who knows? You might love it too. Now, there are so many things I could say about this game. This is Windrush Tales. This was a very cute game about someone going through someone else's memories, sort of like journaling with them and scrapbooking with them. And through kind of different memories, you are living this person's life. Now, looking at this game afterwards, it does turn out that there are two people's lives that you're looking at. But it's based on obviously the Windrush movement, and it follows two Caribbean immigrants coming into post-war Britain. More particularly London. It is more based in the city, especially the bit that I played. It was really cute. I really liked it. I loved the narrative and the idea that, like, their scrapbooking, and it was just really lovely. So I'm going to show you some of the pictures because I've got to do that. I didn't do that actually with Sky Dead Ranch, but it's very early in development. So yeah, it was just really lovely, and like, so all this stuff around the edge would be added as you went through the story, so you'd start off with nothing, which was really cute. Like here, like you can pick what picture you want in that gap out of the ones that have stuff on it. You can pick which one you want, which was really cool. Yeah, and this was really lovely. It was a really lovely game, and I definitely would do a playthrough on the channel. I really enjoyed this one. It's not got a release date yet, it is to be announced, but I generally really enjoyed, sorry, you can probably now hear me rustling paper, really enjoyed this game. So yes, this game is Little Goody Two Shoes. They reckon it's coming out again in approximately 2 weeks. I wasn't sure. It was the art style that caught my attention. And basically what happened was I sat down to play and they went, yeah, it's a horror. And I was like, fun, I don't really do horror. But it is very cute to begin with. The horror mechanics are really good. Like, it is really good. The story is very intriguing. You have, you know, it had some good mechanics in it. So, like, the art style, as you can see, is gorgeous. It looks hand painted. Whether it is or not, I am unaware. But you play as Elise. This was part of the demo. It was amazing. This was not. But as you can see, like, it's so in the top corner, you can see there's 5 hearts and 5 loaves of bread. Now the hearts are life. And then like the other bit is kind of like, I guess, hunger. So during the day, you do jobs, and this is how you do jobs in the form of mini games, which I absolutely adored. And every time you do a job, your hunger goes down 1. So by the end of the day, you're hungry, you need dinner. So it's making sure you put money to one side so that you can eat, and things like that. And the demo literally finished with her finding a pair of shoes. But it was really cute. It's a cute little game. I absolutely adored it, and we'll probably do a playthrough on the channel. Maybe not as soon as it comes out, but definitely soon after it comes out, because it was just so much fun. Yeah, it was just amazing. So yeah, that one was Little Goody Two Shoes. This is Pine Hearts, and this game I think goes to show that sometimes simple is best. It's due out early next year, and basically this is the story of someone going back to Pine Hearts Caravan Park, where he used to come all the time when he was younger with his dad. This time his dad is not with him, and it's basically him, whether his dad's passed away or not, we're not entirely sure. But this entire thing is him wandering around the park, remembering his dad, and I think it's just, it's going to be such a beautiful game. I know it is. I can tell. It was really cute, and I generally really wish it all the best. And the best news, you can pet the dog, which is even better. There's dogs and you can pet them. It's brilliant. But But this game I think is gonna be really good. So this one will definitely be on the channel when it comes out, because I fell in love with it. It was so charming. And I can sense myself probably gonna get a bit emotional with it. So these blue stuff that you collect, I guess are like memories, and then when you get like a set, well, not memories, but when you collect a certain amount of those drops, you unlock a memory, and then the memory will give you a new ability. So in the demo, you collected, I don't know how many of them it was, and then you did this bit, which is like how he remembers it as a child. And I learned how to push trees over. I learned how to do that. It was really cute. There's him petting the dog. And I genuinely was really happy with it. I thought it was a really cute game. So yeah, that is Pine Hearts. One thing I just wanted to quickly shout out about with Pine Hearts. Pine Hearts was one of the only games at EGX that had an accessible controller set up. So they had a pad off to the side that had all the buttons on it. Obviously you didn't need all the buttons. And then it had a joystick on the other side. So people in wheelchairs or people that had kind of mobility issues with hands and arms and things could still play the game. And I just wanted to say kudos to you guys, because I saw that and I was like, that's brilliant. I love the fact that you guys have done that. So kudos. I'd made a note of it in my notebook because I was like, I need to say that was amazing. And so I think a company that cares about people that much when they go into a convention, we've definitely got to play. This game is Chasing the Unseen. I'm not sure if I will get this game. However, I did find it very cool. I'm not sure if it's the type of game that I will be able to get into myself for like a playthrough, but playing the demo was pretty awesome. It's visually stunning. And they described it as being, I mean, like the music and the atmosphere that they managed to get in this game was just insane. A lot of people were comparing it to like Shadow of the Colossus and Journey. They were kind of saying it was like them too. Having not played any of those games, I can't comment, but the atmosphere of it was just incredible. And it was one of those games where autosave was not a thing. You had to do the saving yourself. Again, they don't know when it's coming out. It's just coming soon. But if you're interested, there is a demo. Lucid Dreaming. I fell in love with this game. What caught my eye was the fact it was a point and click. It's one guy that has made this, and he's done pretty much everything himself. The coding, the styling, he's done a lot of it himself. And the great thing that he said to me that I thought was absolutely fantastic is he said the demo is like a sequel to the game. It's just introducing you to what the game is like. So when you buy the game, you don't have to play the demo bit again. You never have to see that bit again in the actual game. It looked really cool. There was a feature where if you pressed Q, you could see what bits were of interest, what bits you kind of needed to react with, because a lot of it is reactive. And it reminded me of the excavation of Hobbs' Barrow, kind of art style wise and gameplay wise. But it's about a girl who struggles with sleep. I I think, you know, the reason it's called Lucy Dreaming is probably because it sounds a bit like lucid dreaming. But it's a point and click. The puzzles were really good, to be fair. And they are currently working on a new game. I didn't get to really talk with anyone in the demo, so I'm not quite sure how that works, kind of choices. I just loved it. It looked really charming. It looks like it's going to be quite a spooky thing. But yeah, thought it was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So there we are. And yeah, they're currently working on Hair of the Dog. Is going to be their next one. So yes. I'm definitely going to be getting this one, and we'll probably do it on the channel as well because I just had so much fun with it. So yes, that was Lucy Dreaming. Do you ever feel like you just want to chill? Because this game made me feel chill. You're called Morgan, and you come back to a little Cornish island, and people have lost stuff, and it's your job to dig it up with your metal detector. The demo was basically you going to find an engagement ring. It was really cool. You have a tape deck, which was really cool because some of it was music, and then some of it was some of it was music, and then some of it was clues to where different treasures were buried. You have a journal that you can actually, you can journal, which was really cool. You have a camera to obviously snap pictures for your journal. It was just a really beautiful game. Really, really enjoyed it. And any junk that you find whilst metal detectoring, because as you can, imagine there's a lot, you sell it at a shop for earn money. It's all good. We're definitely playing this on the channel when it comes out. It was so much fun. Now this game has been out for a little while. It's called Potion Permit. It has been out for a little while. I was intrigued about it last year. It was at EGX last year, and I unfortunately just never got around to playing it. There was a constant stream of people and just couldn't get near it. And this year I had the chance to play it. It was so fun. You didn't really get to do a whole lot. You went into the forest. There's quite an interesting story that I feel like could happen, which is cool. But this is how you make potions. You literally just put ingredients into the cubed shape or the shapes that it gives you, and that's how you make potions. And I thought that was a really, really cool way to do potioning and potion designing. So I loved it. I absolutely loved it. We did a bit of exploration in the forest. Yes, you can pet the dog, and yes, you have to feed said dog. I thought it was really well done. Why is that now not working? Oh God, I don't know what's gone on here. Excuse me a second. There we go. Apparently again you can fish. I didn't have a chance to do that in the demo, but it was really cute. I feel like it's a game that I could get really into, and again maybe one that we do on the channel in future, because it looks like a chill game that we could do kind of in the Saturday slots that I've been talking about doing soon. So yeah, I thought it was really cute. You can design your character. It's not a massive customization option. It's kind of, I'd say it's kind of the same sort of character customizations that you would have with Stardew Valley, but slightly less options. Whether that was just because it was the demo, I don't know. But yeah, that's what I thought about that one. I was glad I finally got round to it. Right, for this game, unfortunately, it hasn't got a Steam page yet. So this is the game. There Was a Home. The game was incredible. These this small group have put so much effort into this. It's a 3D puzzle game. It was absolutely incredible. The storyline was great, and you were given, let me see if I can find, you were given this book, okay? And this book basically had hints as to how things should work and where things should go. And they'd printed it off and given it to you. You had it on screen, but they gave it to you so you could look through the book. It was absolutely gorgeous. And the idea is that the house has been put as wanting to be decommissioned. So what they've done is they've as being the only person that has free time, you are sent to go and clear this house. But as you're clearing the house, you realise the house had a deed, and it becomes your mission to try and find the deed to this house so you can turn around and say, no, you're not demolishing it because we're the owners. It was so cute. Everyone there was so nice, and I've kind of finished the demo and the screen started. And I did get a little tear in my eye. It's the only game that did that to me at the weekend. And it was the only game to give me a tear to my eye. And we are definitely, I don't even care whether it's good or not. We are definitely playing it when it comes out. I have followed them and subscribed to them and everything on Twitter. So as soon as something happens, we will know about it. And it will just be incredible. This game is Trash Goblin. And yes, I was kind of drawn to it because it was called Trash Goblin, and I've been referred to multiple times in my life as a dice goblin. It's a really cute game where you get items, you upcycle them, and you sell them on. It's a very chill game. Really cute. You unlock stuff as you go. It was just, there was something just really nice about it. And that I just generally really, really enjoyed. It was really chill, and I felt like the demo was over far, far too quickly. I really, really enjoyed this. It comes out next year. We don't know when yet. We just know it's next year. But when it's out, I think we'll definitely do a playthrough of it because, man, I really enjoyed this game. Now, this is a game that I wasn't planning on playing. It just happened that there was a spare seat towards the end of the weekend, and I was just like, oh, well, might as well. It was really cool. So it's called Wargroove 2. Wargroove. Which means there's a first one that I haven't played. But it was really, like, it's pixelated, which is quite nice. It's tactical, it's turn-based, it's everything I want in a game, basically. It was really cool. Whether I'll get it or not, I'm not sure, but it was one of those that I felt I kind of needed to share with you guys. It's really cool. It was all about kind of musical weapons, I guess. There was like a musical one that we found in the demo. You take over houses to use as kind of like to replenish your troops and heal them up and that. And that was really cool. So hope, if you guys are into it, go and download. I'm not sure if I'll get it. I should have guessed that it was part of a sequel when it had 2 next to it. But I thought it was really good. Now, a little bit different for this, because this game, Unmemory, wasn't at EGX. The sequel was. The sequel is called Your House, and I was intrigued. And the reason I'm showing you the first one is purely because I looked on the website that I was given after going, and I got nothing. I literally got nothing, and I was like, this sucks. So I wanted to show you the pictures from this game to kind of explain to you how it works. So it's an interactive story. So you scroll through the story, you read it. It's less coloured text in the sequel and more just big and bold. But the idea is that you click on the big and bold text to do stuff. It was so into it. There were puzzles. So there was a puzzle kind of semi-similar to this. It was like you had to like open a box or put a code in. But in order to do the code, you had to go in your items, you had to find the postcard that was written about the thing, about the house that you're going to, and then you have to like, it said like, the code is in the cars, the birds, and the trees, and you had to count how many cars, birds, and trees there were. And there was one bird hidden on the back of the postcard, which counted. So it was really good. And generally, like, there was one section which has stuck in my mind the entire weekend. And there was a bit, it was like, you have 40 seconds to run away. And then in 40 seconds, you had to click run. And like, so you were in that situation. There was another one that was really good, which was there was a security guard, and the text kept changing to looking, not looking, looking, not looking, looking, not looking. And you had to click on the bold text that said go when he wasn't looking. It was so interactive. It was so fun. So I think Unmemory will definitely be one that we do as, yeah, I like that. A game you can read and a book you can play. And I just really enjoyed it. It's a really old game. It was made back in 2020, which isn't, I don't know, considered old now. But we're definitely doing a playthrough of this game at some point because I was blown away. Now this game again, Deceit 2, isn't a game that I personally would pick for myself, but I played this with a friend and a lobby of other people at EGX. And it was, if you're into this sort of stuff, it's okay. It's, you know, it's like, so you have infected and you have your innocent, and the innocent have to do tasks whilst trying to figure out who the infected are. And then the infected have to try and get rid of the innocent whilst doing their infected tasks. It's very interesting. As soon as kind of I reckon it'd be one of those that very soon we're going to see everywhere. I think kind of it's not my sort of game. It's personally not one that I would buy, but it was definitely kind of it was really cool. I quite liked it, but it wouldn't be something that I do. And then depending on how many tasks you do, you've unlocked this soul exchange thing. So if you did a certain amount of tasks, it'd be like, a new upgrade is available at the soul exchange, in like a really weird voice like that. And then you can go and pick something from this list. And then the idea is once you've done all your tasks, you get the key and you can escape. We lost. Us, the innocent, lost when I played it. And then you have the in-between, which is when this is what the infected get when they're doing well with their tasks. We get like guns and grenades and stuff, and they get this in-between state. It's terrifying. I'm not going to lie to you. It is terrifying. And then you vote. So it's kind of like Among Us, but more kind of horror. You know, It's freaky. Not sure if I'll own it, but I thought it was pretty cool. It was good to play. I'll give it that. I cannot praise this game enough. This is gonna be one of my favourite games, and the devs have thought of everything. We were talking to them about it and we were like, it's insane. And they were like, oh, okay. And we were like, so is it out? When's it out? And they were like, oh, the demo's out. And we were like, oh, okay. And they were like, the demo supports local co-op, online co-op, and it's cross-platform with everything that it's available on in the demo. And we were like, really? And he was like, yeah, it's all available in the demo. And we were like, you don't get that with demos. It's basically a smaller version of the main game. The main game is incredible. You build the racetrack. So what happens is you go in and every player that's playing picks a piece of track. That piece of track you rush to get built together, and then you race it. It's absolute pandemonium. It's incredible. You can put obstacles on. It's so good. And I think the thing that I really loved about it was if you fell off the track, you were just off for that section unless you fell off right near the end. But then you come back in for the next section. The point system was really fair, so I went through a phase of not doing very well, and then I went through a phase of actually doing okay. And they were like, oh, we're going to give you the comeback points. You've done well. We were in stitches. Me and a friend played it with 2 other people, and we were in stitches. It was complete carnage, and oh, it was just such a fun game. And we spoke to him about how much it'll be retailing for, and he said the price. I can't remember what he said. I can't remember if he said it was like going to be, I think it was going to be less than £10. But it's like available on everything. And he was like, yeah, it's less than £10. And we were like, really? It's going to be amazing. For me, it's going to be one of my favourite games to play with a group of people. It really is. We like all turned to each other after playing that game. We were like, so game night next time, yeah? So I highly recommend, even if you and your friends live a long way away, do online multiplayer, because this is going to be amazing. Please check it out. I cannot do this game enough justice with just my words alone. It needs to be played. It's it's such a wacky game, and I think you're just going to really, really enjoy it. This is the last game on my list that I wanted to show you. It's called Star Trucker. You are a truck. Start that again. You are a truck driver in space. Moving around in space is very tricky because you have to get out of your cab and you have to fix it if there's any breaches, which is very difficult to do. The general driving, I didn't find too bad until I had to dock. Docking took me a while, and I was on a time restraint as well because it was like we had a panel to get to, and we were like, what is going on? What is this madness? Someone asked if there are any plans for it to be VR based, and they said, unfortunately, I don't know. But the game itself is really good. You can look around, you have cameras to help you. Could I find the docking camera when I wanted to dock? No. But you leave your cargo in those bays and then you just drive off because you're a happy trucker. And it seems like a really good game. There was a point in the game where I had the radio on in game and I was just driving my truck and I was like, yeah, I like this. This is cool. So yeah, that is Star Trucker. It comes out next year, whenever that happens to be. So I apologise for the mess that's behind me I've not unpacked yet. I did want to do some honourable mentions, however, which I've just realised I'm going to be completely facing the wrong way. One of the honourable mentions was Cafe Echoes. Now, Cafe Echoes was a co-op game. You could only play it 2-player. And unfortunately, it just didn't get around to it on the day that I had kind of friends with me. But I thought it could be a really cool game. If you've got a friend that you can play games with, I'd highly recommend checking that out. It looked really lovely. There was someone there who had a game. It was called Lost on Mars. He built it in a briefcase. It was absolutely spectacular. It was all put together. It was all amazing. And he put it all together and it looked fantastic. And we had an absolute blast. There were printouts. He has no plans to sell it. He literally just thought, sod it, I'm going to make a game. And he's done a really, really good job. And I just wanted to mention it, that it was amazing, because it was just fantastic. The next one that gets a mention is Power Wash Simulator Back to the Future DLC. I got to wash the DeLorean. There's a lot of little hidden places on a DeLorean. I was there for hours. Not hours, but ages. It was just so cool. I loved kind of doing that. I haven't really played Power Wash Simulator, but I definitely will be getting into it now, thanks to that DLC. It's very calming until you get to the end and there's like 1% of something that you've not cleaned and you go crazy trying to find it. Another game that gets a good mention is Sonic Superstars. That I think is out now, actually. I had fun. I'm not a massive fan of Sonic. My eyes struggle to stay up with the speed that Sonic goes. But the game itself was really good. And the two Sonic crazy people that I had with me this weekend said that it was really good as well. So I can't really fault them with that. The last one I wanted to mention was Super Mario Bros. Wonder. It's brought a whole new lease of life to Mario games, because they felt very samey for a very long time, and it just added something. I felt it really added something, and I can't put my finger on what it added, but there was definitely, I had a silly kid grin on my face the entire time. I was like playing it and I was like, this is amazing. Like a big cheesy shit-eating grin on my face the entire time. And just absolutely loved it. The next two things I'm going to shout out aren't necessarily video game related. But at EGX there was a choir called Ready Singer 1. They were amazing. They were incredible. They're based in London. I am now following them. I want to know when they're next out and about, because I will pay good money to watch you guys sing. It was incredible. They are a geeky choir. They just sing songs from games, film and TV. And they only did video games at EGX because gaming convention. And they were really cool. And the other thing that I wanted to shout out is the life-sized D&D group. We did it on the Sunday evening just before we went home, and it was one of the best ways to end the show. It was one of the best ways to end EGX. Me and my friend thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm already thinking, can they do birthdays? Can we hire them out? It was incredible. And just was so totally, it brought that love for D&D back. I feel like I've had a love for D&D for ages. Baldur's Gate kind of flared it back up again, and then like seeing that there was a live D&D session, I was like, oh, let's go for it. I've not, like, beginners can play it. It was really easy to follow. And I just generally fell in love with it. It was such a good idea. So if you ever want someone to work for you as well, like, I'm here. I'd be willing. They were so charismatic. They were so lovely. They really simplified the game down so that players and non-players could understand what was going on. It was so lovely. So yes, that is the video. Oh my god, I've been going for nearly an hour. I wanted this video to be like half an hour max, and I've like sped through these, but looks like we're going for an hour. That's fine. The links to all the games will be down below. Your house, which we looked at as Unmemory, will have a different link. I will link the like actual website that I got when I scanned a QR code rather than kind of the Steam page for the prequel. But yeah, let me know if you're at EGX. Let me know if there are any games that you enjoyed. And as always, if there are any games that you want to see me play or want to see me do in the future, let me know. As I say, we've only got a few weeks now until we hit November. And when November starts, I'm going to try to do the occasional Saturday video, which would just be amazing if I can do that. So yeah, I hope it's going to be a great few years for gaming. It's going to be fantastic. It's going to be amazing. There's so many cool new games coming out. I've just realised that I left my moisturiser in that nice cube there. I'm getting a tattoo tomorrow. I haven't figured out where to put the moisturiser yet because my mum got it for me whilst I was away and it was on my desk and it was in the way of my mouse. So I just moved it up there, not realising that when I go widescreen you can see it. Oh well. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. I'm sorry if this video has been a bit awkward. I apologise that it's very long. I've not done one of these before, and it was something that I wanted to do after last EGX. Just to kind of give a voice, especially to like a lot of these games that I've mentioned, well, pretty much all of them are tiny indie games, are tiny indie companies. I mean, I think minus Little Goody Two Shoes, which is definitely a big company because it's Square Enix, but Square Enix, NX, however you say it. But yeah, I just wanted to say thank you guys for all your support. It's been amazing. And I will see you, hopefully, next week. Fingers crossed. On Wednesday, there should be a video. I have to record that one still. But I will see you on Wednesday with another episode of The Pale Beyond. And I will see you then. Bye, everyone.